All right, welcome back, guys. We are back with another draft recap for Welcome to the Show Dynasty League. This draft happened about 2 weeks ago. Um, I've just been pushing it back for the draft recap video because I know how long this is gonna take, and I've just been busy with school and I had spring break, so I wanted to spend time with my family and friends, and I just haven't had time to be able to do this stuff. But now I finally do have time, and I'm finally get started with it. First on the break off with um what this league's gonna be about. So obviously it's clearly a dynasty league. I hope you all know that. So this draft for next year might not even happen, honestly. It just depends, honestly. I feel like there's really no point for a draft. I don't know. We'll see how it is. We'll see how stable it is. And then um whenever that time comes, determine if there's gonna be a draft or not. We'll see. But if y'all do not know that we have 10 non-available spots. So 10 non-available, what that means is um, Yahoo has like pretty much every single player, I think, even in the minor leagues. So clearly, I don't know if you've seen your notifications. I'm hoping you got your notifications on for Yahoo. But there's prospects who have let's see if we can find one, honestly. I know people have them. Like you see people picking up like Subal Cabrera, he's not a prospect. He's not a prospect, but he's a non-available tag. So you could pick him up, and it's like your minor league system. But whenever they're obviously brought up, you'd have to activate them and then cut someone. But yeah, that's what the non-available. Also, it's like an IL, like an injured spot, but obviously they're not injured. They're just in the minors. So I noticed that some of you don't have NA players that you guys like haven't used yet. I mean, there's obviously prospects still available. There's some players who can at some point get signed to a major league team if you ever have holes in your roster. Um, I feel like a lot of people have already got their guys. Also, what I've noticed is that you guys already made trades even before the season. Like it's crazy. I didn't realize y'all were unsatisfied with your players. I get for Nicholas because he was there for like 3 rounds and he left. But and yeah, I guess these like mini trades are fine. But you guys are trading like Salvador Perez, which I thought was surprising because he was your first round pick, and then Kyle Tucker and Schwarber and Altuve, Matt Chapman's traded, and Rafael Devers. I find that was a little interesting to see that he got traded. His price was a little tricky because of how young he is and the how long he can play and how good he is. He's young. He's also a top 15 dynasty player. I don't know why y'all would want to trade that away, but it's up to y'all. That's your team, not mine. But what I usually do for draft recaps is I go in order. So obviously, Fernando Tatis Jr. went first, and then 2 days after he was drafted, it was found out that he's gonna be gone or hurt for about 3 months. So that's tough. But for the first pick, we had Jaime or Jamie Lopez, 8 as our first pick. And it seems like what I liked about his team, let me pull it up on here because it shows me the players' faces. So you did acquire Rafael Devers for a good price. You did also acquire Matt Chapman. You made some moves. And you got Fernando Tatis. I don't know when they'll put him on the aisle. I'm pretty sure soon they'll put him on the aisle, but your pitching staff's good, but I don't think Trevor Bauer or Lance McCullers will be playing anytime soon, but you got some good pitchers. Um, yeah, then you got your non-available system, your minor league system all up and running, and it actually overcrowds your bench. Okay, interesting. You also got the young studs with Bollywood Jr. Your team's very young. I really like how it is. Like it's got some good offense, good defense. Like there's defense in this, like assists. I think there's an assist. Yeah, assists are not putouts, but I guess it is outfield assists. I think it's just assists because putouts is like OP for catchers and first basemen. But yeah, there's assists. Obviously, I don't really want to judge the bullpen that much because of how weak they are. And I did see that you guys wanted to have holds which is actually really, I think I honestly kind of want to do that before the season even starts because I could still change the. 'Cause I think I can't change it. Hold on. But yeah, Jamie, I really like your team. I'm gonna give it like I feel like the pitching is gonna be weak for you because of Bauer and McCullers. I'll probably give it like but your trading has done good, but I rate the draft thing, so I'm gonna give it like a B minus because of you got better by trading, not by drafting. So see, I could change the scoring. See if you guys want to change this, I'll probably put like a thing on if you guys want to add holds before the season starts because I think that'd be better, honestly, right? All right, Matt, you're up. I think okay, Matt. Okay, yeah. So you got Bo Bichette. That's the player that I wanted so bad was Bo Bichette. I remember that. But even though I didn't get Bo Bichette, I was okay with the player that I got because of Wander Franco. He's 2 years younger and a switch hitter, and he's just a lot more valued. And Tampa, yeah. Tyler Glasnow, yeah, you got him. I mean, overall, his team's pretty good, but it's a bullpen. Yeah, man, that bullpen is weak. Weak. Yeah, I could tell you really concentrate. And yeah, your whole staff. These guys must be underrated because like I know Herman Marquez is good, but Luis Garcia is that's who you traded. Wait, no, that's a different guy. Never mind. Yeah, these guys must be like completely under the radar. Yeah, yeah, these guys aren't that good. Seems like your pitching is really weak right now. I'm not really seeing like much potential for theirs, so you'll have a lot of holes for the pitching. You're hitting otherwise. I think if he's not going to make a major league roster, you might want to store him in the non-available slots and try your best to look around the waivers because I feel like yeah, your team's kind of weak. You got India, you got Hayes, you got Bichette, you got Bogarts, and then Edmund. Otherwise, not. I don't know how much like longevity you're gonna get, because I mean, compared to other teams out there that I've looked, because like ever since like the draft, I've been looking over teams so I have like a better sense of what to talk about. And I feel like this was one of the weaker teams. So I feel like a draft would probably be like C minus. That'd probably be a good grade. But like yeah, your pitching's kind of weak and your hitting is like kind of mid. Like we don't know like is Marcell Ozuna really gonna play this year? I thought he had trouble. But I mean yeah, I think C minus is a good grade. It's kind of surprised on the projection. I guess I never listened to Yahoo projections because they were just BS, but yeah. All right, so who's next? Isaac, my boy Isaac, you are up next. Where are you at? Stan's left now. Okay. So your first pick was Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And I think it's a really solid pick. I mean, you got your first baseman solved, and you got Marcus Semien, who was the best fantasy player last year for baseball. DJ LeMahieu, who's probably gonna have a bounce back year. Gio Urshela, you drafted him before he got traded. Actually, you drafted him the day he got traded. I remember that. That's right. Gio and Gary got traded the day of our draft. But yeah, your team is this is a good offense right here. Your catcher is probably a little weak. You might want to go. You can probably shop for a better catcher. You probably could. Brandon Grichuk, yeah, he's an underrated player. I had him last year. He was so good. I had Stan last year, but I cut him because he didn't really do much. But yeah, everyone else is really, really good. You have a really solid offense. Your pitching, yeah, yeah. You see, you got Nestor. Yeah, some of these like starter relievers, pitchers are like OP as fuck. So like you're gonna be dominant. You got Zach. You picked up Zach Greinke. I remember that. Like yeah, your team is really solid. Like I like this. This is a much better draft. I don't know why. Oh, this last year's okay. Yeah, Verlander's up for a bounce back year. Gurriel might. I guess he'll do good. I don't know. But yeah, your team's pretty good. I like it a lot. I'm gonna give it like a B plus. I feel like you still have some mid, like really like I don't know, mid hitters and you're not really 100% sure if they're actually going to do good, but B plus A minus is probably like up there. Like your pitching's good. You did good on your pitching. I'm not really going to say anything about the bullpen. If y'all want holds, I'll do holds, but overall, I think your team is pretty good. All right, now we're on to my team. My first pick was Wander Franco. It seems like I was kind of reaching a little bit, but this guy's due for a big year, especially for how young he is and how much potential he's got. Catcher is probably my weakest point. I really wanted Mitch Garver. She was like in claims or waivers, but Yahoo's waivers is BS. I don't get that. I feel like Miguel Sano, I'm hoping he would have like a better year than he did last year, even though he didn't have a bad year. 30 home runs, like I'll take that. I'm hoping for McCann to have a better year too. Obviously, I'm just loaded with shortstops like Franco, Seager, Torres, JP Crawford, who had a really good fantasy season last year. David Fletcher, who he's also starting shortstop for the Angels now this year. Um, I'm hoping for a bounce back here for Clint. He's gonna be amazing for Chicago. The snipe. See you guys. I just got random prospects that I saw. I mean, I got Yankee prospects because those are the only ones I know who have potential. Pitching, I feel like I did really good with that. I'm hoping that Strasburg has a better year than last year because he barely played. I'm hoping that Pearson actually plays better than he did last year. He's a really young arm and he's really good. I feel like my bullpen is pretty good. I feel like I can do a little bit better, but yeah, I mean, I like my team a lot. I mean, I would say it's like an A plus team because my offense is really going to carry my defense or like my pitching. But even though my pitching has potential to be really, really good, so I mean, I'd say A plus would be up there. So I mean, like yeah, I'm also willing to trade one of my not really Seager. Oh, I also have Willie Adames, but that guy's been tearing it up in spring training. He's good. So yeah, like my shortstops is like unbeatable. Like I have the best shortstop class right now. So I'm like, oh my god. But yeah. Okay, so who else? Bash Bros. That's my boy Juanito. Bash Bros. Your first pick was Juan Soto, which was actually a really good pick. I feel like choosing Juan Soto, obviously, because he's so young. He might not be projected the most fantasy points, but um, I mean, he's still going to get you fantasy points. And I'm hoping that he'll be healthy. I don't think he was, I think there was at one point last year where he missed a few games. But I mean, overall, like you have a really good offense. I feel like Wilson Contreras, I wanted him to want to draft him, but I drafted some other people. But yeah, Ketel Marte got that big deal. He's pretty good. Suarez probably gonna have a good year in Seattle because that team's gonna be dangerous. Kyle Lewis, yeah, Jason Winker. Like you got, dang, you have a lot of Seattle players. I guess in MLB it doesn't really matter if you have teammates, but I mean, you never know. So Dominguez and Peraza, you could put them on the not available slots because I mean I opened up the not available slots. It's like your minor league system, and obviously they're not going to be playing anytime soon. So you could put them there. Your starters are really good. Like Means got a no hitter last year. Rodon got a no hitter last year. Um, Woodruff's he did really good last year. Bieber is probably destined for a bounce back year. And Barres is the ace for Toronto. So I feel like you guys are going to have a really, really good. Yeah, you have a really good pitching staff, basically all around too. I think your bullpen's pretty good. Clay Holmes is underrated. Um, Trinan is gonna be that guy for the Dodgers. I don't know that this guy is. You might want to look for a better bullpen on. I don't know. You can start off with them pretty good, but overall your team's pretty good. I'd probably give it like a B. I think B would be an appropriate grade for your team. It's not bad. I don't. I mean, your pitching is solid. I mean, come on now. But I think you did a good job drafting. So don't hate on yourself too hard. Two balls, one bat. That is my boy Dylan. That's the first person I'm playing. All right, Dylan. Let's see. So Spencer Torkelson, I think he got sent down, right? Yeah. So it seems like Torkelson's gonna go down. You got Correa. Your first pick was Ronald Acuna, obviously. a simple pick to choose because I mean he was going off last year and then he got hurt. It was unfortunate for that, but he's destined for a bounce back here, especially when his team won a World Series and he wasn't even be able to be a part of it. Like that's crazy. Pete Alonso had him on my team last year. He got me to the championship. He's a solid first baseman, even though I hate he's a Met, but he's solid. Badu underrated. He's gonna have like amazing year, bro. Joe Adele, he's gonna be that guy for the Angels. Peterson, like your offense is really solid. Correa, like can't go wrong with him. Come on now. But let's see your pitching. Tweedy's underrated. Casey Mize is underrated. Severino, he's already hurt. Loizaga, solid arm. Louis Seal, probably going to be rookie of the year chance. I mean, if he pitches good, he's there. He's your guy. Nice, Curtis. Class A. Yeah, I think he's the best bullpen arm, and he's one of the youngest guys to have on a team. He went pretty early, along with I think Hader. But I mean, overall, I think he's a good guy to have, and he's solid. So like overall, I think this team's pretty good. I give it like a B plus. I think your staff is a little weak, but your bullpen is pretty good. So, and your offense is good, but you're gonna lose Torkelson. So, but overall, I think it's pretty good. All right. Chase for 28. That is my boy Andrew. Your first pick was Salvador Perez. You already moved on from him. You've been and I think you had Matt Chapman too, right? And you moved on from him as well. So you decided to go with Young Gomes as your starting catcher. Interesting. I would have stuck with Perez. You got Luke Voigt. If he stays healthy, he's gonna have an amazing year because he's pissed that the Yankees didn't trust him. Joey Gallo. I mean, who knows if he's actually gonna be able to hit. Charlie Black. I mean, these guys are like they could be good, but they're not gonna do as good as other teams. Like your team is good. Let's see how good your pitching is. He's good. Max Fry's good. Steven Matz. Who knows? Just Clefani. Montgomery's good for longevity. Don't know how good he'll be, but longevity wise, he'll be pretty good. Hader, one of the best arms. I think he's the first bullpen guy. Paddock, underrated, but who knows if he'll have a bounce back here. I would say, like, yeah, I don't know. I'd say C plus. I mean, there's only gonna be 8 teams that make the playoffs this year, and since Yahoo won't let me expand it, but I mean, I don't know. It's gonna be tough for you. I don't know. I mean, it's good, but it's lacking a lot. Man, who did you get? I think you got Soler, Lowe, and Hase, right? Yeah. Oh, you got Castillo too. Yeah, Castillo's actually okay. That helps your staff a lot more. Okay, yeah, Castillo. So I'd probably say C plus, B minus would be a good grade for your team. I think there's a lot of holes in here. You're lucky that strikeouts is not in a category for this year because this would have weakened him a lot. But it would have weakened a lot of players. So Trey Turner, who Jam sucks. It's my boy Jammer, who I was in a fantasy basketball league with. Unfortunately, I couldn't beat him or win that league, but I can't win them all. Okay, Jam Socks. He's been a member since 01. Interesting. So his team is really like stacked offensively. Real Milto, one of the top offensive catchers in fantasy baseball. Lourdes Gurriel, underrated. Trey Turner, obviously he's gonna do you a lot. He's good. Arenado Story, really good guys. Pollock, you got a really good offense. Yeah, offense is there. Like that's like an A for offense. Pitching wise, wow. Okay, you have injury prone pitchers, but they're solid. I'm gonna base off of them being healthy. They're solid, and Your bullpen's really good. I like your bullpen. Liam Hendricks is a really good pitcher. Pivetta, I kind of wanted him on my team, but I can't get them all. But he's a good pitcher. Seems like you seem like you got your rotation down, you got your offense down. I like it all. I would say A. A is a fair grade for you. Who else? Biggest boys in blue. Stat. His name is Stat Maffer or something like that. Been a member since last year. Okay, your first pick was Kyle Tucker. You already moved off of him. My bad. I think you got Salvador Perez, right? I can't remember who you got that for. You traded for Salvador Perez. That's the catcher that everyone, that's a great catcher to have. Bellinger, who knows if he'll be good. What the heck? How'd they come back? Crawford, last year he had an amazing year. Who knows if he'll keep that up? Age is probably just a number, but it can catch up to you if you're not LeBron James. Or good. Olsen, oh my. Okay. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's your okay. Yeah, no, I got it now. You got Bryant, you got Olsen, you got Altuve and Merrifield on your bench over. Oh, Schwindel's a bench player. You'll bench him. Anderson, he's mid. He hasn't really shown. Bellinger is probably gonna be you're probably gonna regret drafting Bellinger. When did you draft him? Let's check that out. You got Bellinger 6th round. Who would you draft over? Glaber, more of a Glaber. Mountcastle, who's really good. Winker, Jesse Winker. Matt Chapman. I think Matt Chapman's better. Really, Adames is much better. Oh, they updated his picture. I guess Yahoo's starting to update their pictures now. Look at that. Gio's got an updated picture. Holy shit. Are they updating the pictures now? Oh, look at that, guys. Clint Frazier has a new picture too. Wow. Well, get ready for you guys, players' hats to change. That's the greatest time of the year when they change the pictures. Overall, I think your team's fucking solid. You're going to be in playoff contention. I see you as a playoff contention player. But how's your pitching, though? God, I hate Stroman. That guy trash talks the Yankees so much, but he just can't. He's just mad. He's just mad. Your pitching is really good. Kyle Gibson, I feel like might have an off year because of. I just don't see him having that same year. I don't know how he's an all-star either. This is because the Rangers are just so bad. I guess they didn't really have anyone else to be an all-star. But the pitchers, they got potential to be good because it's just only one way to find out. But your offense, I know, is going to be good. So congratulations on that. I gave you an A minus A ratio. Mariners to World Series. They had a better offseason than the Yankees, so I feel like there's a chance. But the Yankees have been looking really sharp in spring training, so I'm not hating on that. Connor Falefa had a really good fantasy year last year. I was so surprised. He may not seem like the best guy, but for the Yankees, he's probably gonna have almost 4,000 points if he can keep up his hitting that he's been doing. Because spring training, he's been solid. I like the way he's been hitting. He's a great fielder, so he'll get good assists. I think he can run the bases too. I can't remember, but he's a really good player for fantasy, and he's still 27. Or Rosarena, fucking hate that guy. He's a Yankee killer. Other than that, honestly, the Mountcastle, Machado, Chisholm, Rosario, maybe Betts. If he stays healthy, he'll have a good year. He'll have a good bounce back year. Pitching wise, I say that's average. You obviously need relievers, but I don't. Maybe you didn't take that route. maybe you're thinking something outside the box, but you got a good mind. Jack Leader, Mike Soroka, bro. I was literally gonna draft this guy last pick, but I left. Dang, he didn't get drafted. I could have picked him up. I'm so mad I didn't because he's still young and he's really good. So mad I didn't pick him up. I think your offense is, I think a B minus in that area is good for you. I don't know about playoffs for you. You got to fix your roster still, but otherwise, I mean, you're not bad. I mean, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I feel like there's some moves for you to do, and then maybe playoffs will be in your conversation. But trading is obviously open. Our Brooklyn Ponies. That is my boy Kevin. Kevin, what is up? Kevless. Where are you at, my boy? Where are you at? There you are. So you're first. Okay, so you were the first one to draft a pitcher. I really thought that starters would go second round because everyone would want a good offensive player to start off with. But other than that, why did I click the matchup? Give me a second, guys. Fucking touch sky. Dominic Smith is a little underrated. Who knows how bounce back here? Alex Bregman, if he stays healthy, have a really good year. Gavin Lux is up for the come up. Nick Madrigal, he's really good. He's probably gonna be that Cubs leading hitter. Alvarez Young, power stud, amazing. Kalenic, my boy Jared. I think this is his first full year if he stays healthy and stays in the majors. He's probably gonna have a good year. Benintendi, hated this. I've always hated this guy, but he's really good in baseball. So I mean, he could be really good. Catcher is, I know this guy. He's a 69 overall and MLB 20 of the show. So we'll see how really good he really is. Andujar, Will Myers, meh. Senzel, I think he might be. I think he's a starter now. Good. You got a good, nice young team. Although they might not seem young. They used to be young. DeGrom, Burns, Cease. Screwball could be good too. Is this who I think it is? That's who it is. I must have his brother because I thought this was the guy that I have on my team, but it's not. Yeah, your rotation is really good. Your bullpen, Chad Green, Corey Knebel, yeah, perfect. Williams, perfect. He's young. He's like 25. Really good reliever. Diaz, how many times do you think he's going to choke a game? Dominguez didn't stay healthy last year. He struggled as well. Who knows if he'll be in the majors, but he probably will, honestly. Paxton, yeah. That was song. Good. I like your team. Schmidt, that could be a guy to help your roster, put him in the pitcher's position. But overall, I like your team a lot. I just don't know. I don't know. Your team is very injury prone because I see a lot. These fan points are from last year, and it's very low because a lot of these guys were hurt. So or they just came up late. So you don't know how if they're gonna be in the majors for a full time or if they're gonna stay healthy. I mean, you might be a playoff team, but it really just depends on your players. So I'd say B plus. B is your area for you. Lucas, my boy Chappy Bombs. Jose Ramirez, great first pick. He's such a good fantasy player. It's ridiculous. Can't go wrong with Jose Ramirez. Let's see how else he did. Gary Sanchez, great catcher. Freddie Freeman, amazing first baseman. Drake Cronenworth, I think that's your second round. Yeah, Freddie Freeman's your second round pick. Cronenworth is a solid player, underrated, extremely underrated. Dansby Swanson, great. Bobby Dahlbeck, Yelich, you got some players, man. I'm surprised. I guess Duran's not going to be on the major league roster, right? I guess you could put him on the not available. Yeah, he is. You could put Duran on the non-available, convert on the non-available, so you'd be able to pick up other people to replace them. Because I mean, Duran's obviously not going to play, so he's just hurting your team. So you might want to update that. Wendell is a very good fantasy player. Did you make a trade? No, I don't think he did a trade. I thought he was. That was low. Wendell is very underrated. Dozier, yeah, you got a really good offense. Bullpen, yeah, your bullpen is really good. Wow. Your bullpen is our guys who will pitch like every other day, basically. So you got a really good bullpen. Um, really, your starting lineup or your starting rotation, I think it's gonna be on health. Tyon might be a health. Kikuchi, who knows? Clevenger didn't play last year. Depends on health. But overall, I think that hurt. Uh your offense really carried. And you got Donaldson. That's crazy. Donaldson, you might hate Donaldson, Lucas, because he might destroy your Red Sox. Just letting you know. But I would say B plus is around your area. Maybe A minus, honestly, because your offense is really good, especially with your first round pick. So B plus, A minus area. All right. Naftali, you were the second person to draft a pitcher in the first round, to draft a pitcher. It seems like you're also a Yankees fan too, especially with Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole stays healthy. He could be a Cy Young easily. He could be the Cy Young. You also got good job with your prospects. You got really good prospects. I know those guys. Oh, Bueller, Cole, Valdez, Ivaldi, Manaya. That's probably the best rotation I've probably seen next to Juan. That's a really good rotation right there. Um, bullpen, who knows? Honestly, you can't really tell. I know Kittredge is a really good reliever. Soto, he pitches like every day because of the Tigers organization is just bad. Yeah, I don't know about your bullpen, but your rotation's solid. Let's look at your offense. That's like your offense is gonna be the ones that carry you to the fucking end. You hope you know that. So it seems like your team is very injury prone, or I don't know about that offense, man. It seems like you went pitchers first, right? Yeah, you went pitchers first. Interesting. Teoscar Hernandez. Fuck this guy. Yeah, it seems like your offense is led by Hernandez and Reynolds. And maybe Muncy in France. But oh man, your offense really hurts your grade. I thought you had a really good team, honestly. You do. I mean, you got a really good rotation. It's just like your offense. It just depends. 'Cause these guys, I don't know. I don't know. Jimenez is also another guy that's really good. He's young and it just depends if he stays healthy, but he's really good. That's a good pick right there. That's a guy to build your team around. I would say B minus B is your range right there. Um, I mean, your rotation's figured out. It's just about your hitters. All right, Nicholas was auto drafting for like the whole draft basically. His first pick was Bryce Harper, which is a really good pick because Bryce Harper is very good. And he's still going to play for a very long time because of his contract. I mean, it's pretty much guaranteed. You got Kyle Tucker, Kyle Schwarber, Springer. It depends on health. It depends on health with these guys. You never know. Rizzo's good. Seems like this catcher is just getting the chance. He had a go-ahead grand slam in the top of the ninth. Jesus. Bo's extremely good. He's a really good fantasy guy. Um, yeah, you traded Devers. That's all right. You traded Devers for him. Devers went second round. Damn, I didn't even know that. Okay. Grossman's really good. I mean, your offense is pretty good. Just depends on health wise. Pitching, Alcantara's underrated. Lynn, good. Montez, good. Darvish, maybe. Ryan, we'll see. We'll see. Your pitching really hurts, and your hitting is depending on health, but it's really your hitting is really good. I would say B plus B is your range right there. I think B plus, but it's good for having no control in your draft since you weren't able to draft. But I mean, overall, I think it's pretty good. Another guy who didn't draft his team at all, but I feel like it turned out pretty good is my boy Tyler Dyna Tosto fan club. His first pick was Mike Trout. Can't go wrong with that. And then he drafted Otani, the batter version. Crazy, crazy stats that he did last year is amazing. Mullins had a crazy year last year. Cruz, he's probably gonna go off, but who knows with his age. Lindor, Rendon, Martinez, Mancini. You got a really good Goldschmidt. Like you got a really good offense. I like what I'm seeing on here. Yeah, your pitching that's your weak side. Yeah, I want Chapman. I hope you know I want Chapman. Brad Hand is not worth the roster spot. Brad Hand is not worth the roster spot. He will get you negative. I think I put negative for earn-ons. That's fucking outrageous. Okay. Overall, your offense is really good. I like your offense a lot. I would say B minus B is your range for grade. But your offense is really good. If a few trades probably can make it up if you were able to do that. But I think your offense is really good, especially for just auto drafting. You weren't able to draft, but don't give up on your team because your team's got potential to make the playoffs. Just depends on how you handle it, if you're active. All right, last but not least, it's JC, New York Fat Cats. Love the team name. I love it. I love the Yankee fans. I like the what do you call it? The diversity with major league teams. It's crazy. So your first pick was Luis Robert. Amazing. I feel like he's gonna be one of those guys. Ozzy Albies, amazing guy. He's young, still got it. Javier Baez, you go after him late because I saw him late. I was gonna take him, but I already had I had Adames. Um, I was gonna go after Crawford and Fletcher, who are also shortstops, who are really good at fantasy. I'm surprised they went so late, but it's whatever. So my team's definitely gonna be in playoff contention for how good they are. You got a good team. Kirk is really good catchers. Depends on if he's gonna play all the time. Robert Baez, Iglesias probably gonna be more fielding. Mondesi and Albies are really good. Vaughn, that's that guy who's gonna be he's gonna have a really good year, I bet. Seth Beer, when I was playing baseball for my high school, there was his coach. He came down to our baseball team, I think, and I think he was the minor league coach for Seth Beer, and he told us that like he was gonna have he's gonna have potential to be on a major league team, if not the Astros, then someone else. Like he knew that he probably wouldn't have a chance on the Astros. He'd get traded, and eventually he did get traded, and now he's seeing that chance. It seems because I think the Diamondbacks are just like they're a little thin on offense. The bullpen's pretty good. Romano, yeah, you get some top guys who are pretty much almost every day. Lopez underrated. Yeah, these guys are young. You got a really young rotation. Flaherty is actually gonna miss the first part of the season, I think. So who knows when he'll come back? But your rotation's good. I don't hate it. Well, yeah, I think you're pretty balanced. I think to end it off, you're in B plus, A minus range. I think only person that A plus was me. Not to be biased, but like my team is solid. Yeah, I mean, I guess no one got A plus, but yeah, everyone did good in drafting. And this is a dynasty league. I hope y'all stay active for the whole season and potentially this league can last a very long time. We're all young. Most of us are young. Most of us are veterans at this stuff. It's just like '05. Like I was born in '02. There was a guy in my fantasy league that's been part of fantasy, like fantasy sports longer than I've been alive. That's crazy. So like some of these guys have been in part of fantasy longer than they've been alive. The other players have been alive. So it's kind of crazy. Um, it seems like when you've been a part of baseball for a very long time, your record shows because if you saw my thing, my record was like I started fantasy baseball in like 2013, 2014. I was always bad, but I did categories. I hated categories. I did points like 2 years ago. So much better at it. Like I killed it. I got like first last year, then like second, fourth, fifth. 2 years ago, my first try for points league. But that's everyone. Glad I can go over everyone's team finally. First week would be April 7th. So next week, and I think it bleeds into the week after, and then week 2 is 2 weeks. So don't get confused by that. I'm just telling you, that's how it's gonna be. But yeah, thanks for watching, and good luck, guys. Thank God baseball is back, and thank God that we're able to watch our fantasy teams play and not have it go to waste. Thanks for everyone for participating in the drafts and joining my league. I'm hoping this would be a fun one, and I'm hoping you guys enjoy it just as much as I do. And let me know if you guys want holds before the season starts, because I can have holds before scoring starts. I can change the scoring until the season starts. So let me know if you guys want holds before it starts. All right. In the Discord, I will post an announcement. I don't know when y'all are gonna see this. It depends when I want to upload it. But let me know. And yeah, thanks for you guys for watching.